Let's talk about contribution S, story or situation, and giving someone a leg up. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 1631 of What's She Up To Now. This segment, I just document my journey, primarily business journey, as I'm growing and building and supersizing my own businesses, while also helping other people to do the same. Over a quarter century in corporate America and 27 plus different offline businesses. And then I moved online. In 2017, I had the opportunity, following my divorce, to move online and decide, okay, what do I want to do now? What do I want to do next? And for our annual challenge, the BU 365-day challenge, we are focusing on the contribution area of our life, right? There's different areas and aspects of our life. A lot of people have different frameworks for that. I adopted one from Tony Robbins probably 4 decades ago and have used that on and off throughout my life. I wish I would have used it all the time, because I think I would have not made critical errors in different areas and aspects of my life with respect to relationships, with respect to my physical health and well-being, and definitely with respect to my spiritual and my emotional health, right? Areas that we tend to just totally blow off as we're building our families, building our lives, building our businesses, and doing different things. But we can't change the past, right? We have to learn the lessons that it taught us. And some of those lessons are really, really painful. Some of them are awesome, but those I call experiences. The other ones, the negative experiences, I call lessons learned, because if I don't learn the lesson, I've discovered that I repeat the same mistake with different tweaks over and over and over again until it finally gets through my thick skull and I learn the lesson that I should have learned the first time I had a similar experience. So today in Supersize Your Business, we talked about the idiom and the expression, give someone a leg up. We talked about the 7 categories that I look at as I'm deciding who and what and I'm going to influence and how I'm going to help different organizations and different levels and different groups of people, places and things as I'm moving through my life, building my businesses. So we talked about, hey, you got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of those people you love and care about. You got to take care of your employees, your customers, the people you partner with, your community, and the world at large. Then I talked about what are 4 ways that we can get a leg up on the competition in order to grow and build and supersize our business. Our contribution topic today is we are working on, with the area of contribution, the SOAP framework. So we busted into the S today. S stands for story or situation, and we're using the journalistic framework. Obviously, I like frameworks because they make life simple and they make things easy to remember, and they help us structure our thinking. Who, what, where, when, why, and how, right? I learned that in high school. I don't think we learned it in grade school. I think they teach it to kids now, maybe in grade school, but we didn't learn it in grade school or junior high. I learned it maybe in junior high, because I did some writing and was involved in some things in junior high, but it wasn't until high school that I got involved with my school newspaper and really got to apply the journalistic framework, went to journalism camp, won some awards, was editor of my paper, yada, yada, and then in college too, because I loved journalism and I liked writing. Back when journalism really was who, what, where, when, why, and how, stating the facts of a situation, not editorializing or what's it called when you share your opinion on everything? Opinionating on everything, right? Everything wasn't slanted in a way to further someone's gains. It was actual reporting, and there's very little, if hardly any, of that goes on nowadays. It's really, really sad. Maybe some authors actually do it in their books, but I think most books are slanted too. So, just my opinion. How do we give someone a leg up? Who do we give a leg up? How do we contribute? What's our current situation with respect to contribution, and what do we want it to be? And I realized this is an area and aspect of my life that I've never really created an automatic system for. I just randomly contribute time, money, energy, resources to different things that I care about, but I have never set up something to do it on purpose and to make it automatic and to make it perpetuate itself in long after I'm gone. And so that is actually the story, my current story. I'm just doing random shotgun approach to things, which is very strange for me. And then I want to automate that and make that better. So that creates this gap, right? The current story I'm telling myself, who, what, where, when, why, and how, versus my desired story, who, what, where, when, why, and how. There's this big gap here. So over the rest of the week, we will OAP it, we will soap it up, and I will fill that gap. I'll start filling that gap, and I already have options and ideas of what I want to do and how I want to do that, because I'm kind of kicking myself that it's been how many years that that's been an area and aspect of my life, and all I've done is had hodgepodge of goals for that area, right? About how much I'll contribute, but not specific goals and objectives as to who, what, where, when, why, and how I would contribute and make the world a better place. So that's what I'm working on today. We've got lots of family coming into town this week. The kids, it's all about the kids. And so my schedule is going to be super duper busy and crazy, and fitting in the things that I want to do and need to do for work versus the people that I love and care about, because they are, following 2010, people I love and care about are my number one priority. And I'm treating them as such, not like I used to say that they were my reason for the things that I did and working all the time, but I really just worked all the time. All right, if I can help you in any way, hit me up and ask. You can Voxer me at pajamagrandma@gmail.com. Otherwise, direct message me if you have a question. Again, I still do the 5-minute thing where if you are stuck and you've tried to solve your problem and you've asked yourself questions, but there's just something that's stopping and blocking and holding you back from making and taking that next step, moving forward in your life in any area or aspects of your life, but especially with respect to business, just ask. Because sometimes, and what I've found based on my experience, this is one of those lessons learned over making lots of mistakes, because I would never ask. I'd never ask for help. I figured I could just figure it out, and I can figure it out almost all the time, but it takes me a whole lot longer than if I ask someone who's already done it before, or if I let someone else look at it with outside eyes and say, well, did you think about this, this, or this? And usually I thought about it but shoved it aside, but it's really something that should be in the forefront, and someone outside of the situation that isn't emotionally and all different ways involved in it can see that and just ask the right questions that clears the block that I've got, that gets me moving again. And I want to be that resource for you and for other people as well. So how do you do that? You just ask. You reach out and you ask. I guarantee in 5 minutes or less, we can get you moving again, get you off the starting block or the stage you're stuck at block and moving again. Reminds me of kind of weight loss. When you're losing weight, you're on a diet, you're eating right, and you lose a whole bunch of weight, and then you hit a plateau and you're stuck there. You're doing all the same things that you've been doing, but you're just stuck, and you're trying all kinds of different things and you're looking into it, but you're not making any progress. So you get really frustrated, and sometimes you just blow your whole good healthy eating plan because you're so frustrated, instead of asking somebody who's already been there, already been through it. Well, how do you break a plateau, right? Nowadays you could Google it, but you're going to get all kinds of advice, some of which will work for you, some of which won't. So how do you sort through that advice and get the right thing for you? All right, have an awesome day. I'll be with you tomorrow.